must consume. Beware.
Okay, I will be honest. I did not expect everything to work so quickly. I thought it was going to take forever for like all this shit to set up, but not the case. We're going to turn our mic down a lot. Okay. Now we got that chat, this chat, this chat, this chat. Little new stream overlay. I haven't streamed in a while, you know what I mean? I got the chats up for the, because I haven't been able to do the streaming to all the platforms in a while, but now I do have it. Okay. So good. We're gonna turn the volume off. We're gonna just play some music. Okay. Fuck, I kind of messed it up. So the last thing we need to do is just put a display capture. It'll just be, yeah, my display, and I'll put that right above the game capture for now. And then, because I got a lot of shit running, we're gonna lower our graphics quality. Alright, so we did the first boss already of this raid, and I was number 2 DPS, because I'm nutty, even though I have no gear. But like, almost everybody in the raid died. So, I mean, I don't know if I can really get a bunch of credit for that. Dog, I'm having so much trouble logging into my shit. I don't even know what we're doing right now, like honestly. That's the hardest part, is that I'm trying to like set this shit up, but figure it out. Gmail. All right, and I'm gonna turn my fan off. We're good to go. We're good to go. We're good to go. Jesus, man, it's been so long since I've done this. Just streaming in general that I was like so not prepared for this. Okay, okay. Boom. Boom. And we're still talking. Okay, shit's still good. Turn that down. Turn that up. It's gonna get warm, but that's okay. And now we got
A new ad spawns, silence you, make you unable to be healed, but also make you immune to taking magic damage. Because of this, the only time you want to stand in these puddles.
Alright, so
in
the thing is, I'm so good at WoW that I'm able to just learn the fight
various abilities
as we're doing
fight
it.
Cause him to gain mana.
Uh-huh.
When he reaches 100% mana, he'll enter phase 2.
Okay.
During this phase, you'll deal damage to his mana pool instead of his health pool.
Do I even know that song? I'll throw it up in a second.
Reaches 0, you'll re-enter phase 1.
Let me learn the boss fight real quick.
Repeat back and forth between phase 1 and phase 2 until you kill the boss.
Understand.
You'll want to begin the encounter right where Maut is standing, and we also recommend using Bloodlust at the start. The tank should face him sideways.
Can you hear me now, by the way, Brendan?
Should stand on the boss's side, facing towards the middle of the room. He'll periodically cast an ability called Black Wings, which is a frontal knockback, and it's targeted at the location of a random melee player.
He's casting it again, and he's gonna kill
Look how
himself.
long it takes.
Oh, are you off the edge? Who's? Oh
Okay, cool.
my god.
Okay, so you want to stand on the side.
By having the melee already positioned on the boss's side, you'll bait this ability towards the middle of the room, making it easier for the melee to move out, and also preventing your range from ever having to worry
I've never
about
done this
the rest
raid
of the
in any
should be standing
capacity,
behind the boss,
so I'm like
so
learning
you
it.
don't have to worry
I
about
told
this
these souls I'm hella nice at
He'll
WoW,
regularly
and
cast
that's
an ability
gonna be
called
enough.
Devour Magic, which is debuff placed on 4 players.
4 players.
After 6 seconds, these 4 players are going to explode and leave a purple puddle wherever they are when it does explode. You'll want to drop these puddles towards the outer edges of the room. Standing in the puddles from Devour Magic will hurt you, silence you, make you unable to be healed, but also make you immune to taking magic damage. Because of this, the only time you want to stand in these puddles is during Stygian Annihilation, which is denoted by an animation the boss does that looks like he's drawing in power. You'll need to stand in a puddle during this cast.
Dot them until the very. Well, it kind of makes for taunt swaps, but it should be fine. Get in, 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 get in.
Do not stand in the big purple swirly effect caused by dark manifestation. When it explodes, an ad will spawn directly in the middle of it. The tank who's not holding Maut needs to grab the ad and tank it near a puddle, but at least 20 yards
Very
away
simple
from
so
the
far.
boss. When it casts its ability Dark Offering, you're going to need to pull it into the puddle that it's standing next to until that cast finishes, and then pull the ad back out of that puddle.
Okay.
Your raid shouldn't hard swap to kill the ads. Instead, ranged DPS should dot up the ad, but primarily stay focused on DPSing down the boss. When a new ad spawns, the tank with the ad already should run to Maut and taunt him. Maut will eat the old ad when it gets too close to him. The tank who had previously been holding the boss will need to pick up the newly spawned ad, and like before, this ad will need to be tanked 20 yards away from the boss or more, standing directly next to it.
Let's look up what you're talking about.
It'll
While I'm
still
listening
need
to
to be
this.
pulled into
500 miles. Do I know this song?
You'll do this for ads number 1 and 2. The tank who picks up ad number 3 when it spawns is going to hold this ad until
Who
the
is this
boss's
by?
mana is 95% or higher. At that point, you're going to drag this ad directly underneath the boss, which will force him to eat it. After he eats this third ad, you'll enter phase 2. Phase 2 is a burn phase. With all the damage you deal with the ad, and like before, this ad will need to be tanked 20 yards away from the boss or more, standing directly next to a puddle. It'll still need to be pulled into a puddle when it casts Dark Offering. You'll do this for ads number 1 and 2. The tank who picks up ad number 3 when it spawns is going to hold this ad until the boss's mana is 95% or higher. At that point, you're going to drag this ad directly underneath the boss, which will force him to eat it. After he eats his third ad, you'll enter Phase 2. Phase 2 is a burn phase, with all of the damage you deal being dealt to Mount's mana pool instead of his health pool. Additionally, all damage you deal to the boss will be replicated and reflected back to you. Because of this, healers are going to want to rotate their raid cooldowns during this phase. You have 60 seconds to get his mana to 0 from the time you begin this phase, or you wipe. The tanks are going to want to soak the mana orbs that spawn from the sides of the room as quickly as possible. After you soak the orb, you'll get a debuff that lasts for 6 seconds. When the debuff ends, you'll explode, and anyone near you will get a buff, increasing their healing and their mana regeneration. You're going to want to drop this on your healers, because anytime the healers get a healing and mana regeneration buff during a phase when everyone's taking a boatload of damage, it's just going to be a good thing for you. Healers are also going to need to dispel the Drain Essence debuff on the targeted players as soon as possible, but make sure those players are 8 yards away from other people before you dispel. Once Mount's mana hits 0,
It's very simple.
you'll re-enter Phase 1. You'll then go back and forth between Phase 1 and Phase 2 until the boss dies. Thanks for watching.
Okay, easiest fucking fight of my life. All right. So what is who sings 500 miles? Is this what you're talking about, Brandon? I don't think I know the song. My fucking Baku coin. I'm so confused. Like you can't do a karaoke thing for a song I don't know, my guy. How's that even supposed to work? Okay. It's fine. We run it back. Where are we going to? We're gonna go to this fool Curtis tried to post an email and he's literally not even subscribed, bro. You hate that for me. You hate that for me. Doug, if you were a sub, you'd have the emote unlocked already. Did you get any Modelo, by the way, Curtis, or Corona, or am I just gonna have to fucking drink trash-ass IPA? Alright, I watched the video. I am now an expert when it comes to this boss fight. Probably. All I want is a place to call my own. Alright, how do I check who did damage in what fight? Dancing Queen by ABBA. Alright, let me throw it up. Can I don't want this secondary. Raytheon. Hey, look at the Raytheon damage. Given I got my ass beat up by this Warlock, but I was still number 2. Gosh. Okay, dancing Queen by ABBA. Give me a second here. Alright. We're pulling 15-second Baydonk. Alright. We're fine. Reset data. Sound effects on. I turn the music on because we don't have to do it. Just do my job. Do my job. Boom. Wings. Okay. Okay. Didn't know what was going on there. Not gonna lie. It's okay though, it's okay. My first time seeing the fight, I'm a little confused. We're fine. I'm gonna need y'all to get the fuck away from me, please. Thank you. Okay, okay, okay. I just gotta get in the bubble. Easy. Dog, this fight is easy, dog. How did somebody already die? How did somebody already die? This fight is so easy. Touch my spaghetti. This is literally the easiest fight I've ever done. Black wings, okay, dodge. Keep pumping, I'm number 3 in damage somehow, some way. Keep pumping. I have the lowest eye level in this entire group. Okay, apparently I take damage for all the damage I do, so I'm gonna need heals, please. I bubble here. I don't want to take damage. Do all my big stuff with the bubble. Healers are not healing me. I'm doing too much damage. Okay, for sure, brother. I'll catch you later, man. Ah, I'm killing myself, bro. Okay, I'm not really sure what happened wrong there. Yeah, I had to stop DPSing quite a few times there because MF Pain, bro. You gotta start the Baku coin from the bottom, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I might have to go to another group. This guy's brought all sorts of low gear people. That would be nice. what's going on right now. Okay, I didn't do anything wrong. That's good. Alright. Alright, so I learned to fight now. It's pretty simple stuff. I'm never gonna look back.
Five, four, three, two, one.
I think it's the heals. What about this guy doesn't have any gems in his shit? It's just like irresponsible. I probably would want to save my only roll left for Drestagoth if we ever get there. want Cut of Death anyway, so I don't really want to. I'm just waiting around, which is lame. So what are we gonna do in the meantime? Okay. I should have got an opera over there. Let's go take him out. Oh my gosh.
3, 2, 1.
Darkness gathers. To shadow.
I might dip on this. Who's the third boss? What does he drop? Profit. I already have 460 shoulders. I can do one more. Yeah, those guys are not very good. I got 2 bosses down though on heroic, which is good. I mean, it shows that I can definitely do these. Don't try to know me, the sea brings fire. Alright, let's get a drink or something. Okay. Now let's just go through one by one in the group. 490. What in the fuck, dude? Oh my gosh, dude. You know what? Which one is this one? Norm Fresh Clear. 340, 340, 390. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. I'd rather just wait and look for. Alright, this group seems a little better. We're gonna have to redo the first two bosses, but it's okay. Right now, though, check this out, boys and girls. We are going to even if we. Alright, there's gonna be a little discovery here, a little like showing off. See how loud this is on my mic. Let me open up the stream, see how loud it is. I can't really hear it though. If it gets to you guys, let me know. I can obviously turn it off. But while we wait for the raid to start. What the fuck? I'm totally calling. Okay. Don't give too much. Don't give too much fucks about that. All right, so. New stuff in the room. Actually, I have a bunch of clean clothes that fold in my laundry. So let me see what we're seeing here. So I had to move my setup a little bit since I have the AC over there in the corner. I don't really have nearly as much room for my exercise, but I'll figure it out. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do while we wait. Here, I'm gonna fold all this. Kind of waited too long now. Fortunately, it's gonna be like wrinkled, so I'll have to iron it. But while we wait, we're just gonna be doing a little something, something. Yeah, I mean, we're not. I think the big thing is you can either work out all the time or make it like 1 or 2 big workouts a day. We're kind of just waiting. I'm still watching even if I go AFK. What are we seeing here? We'll see. Let's get a little higher. Actually, you know what we can do is we can just put the game capture up top, right? That'll keep it there. And then I could put my own stream here so that I can see what it looks like. Perfect. I'll bring the mic over this way. You know, we're not doing anything super crazy. Just like my brother Mark, a little bit higher. My brother picked us up weights, but we do not have a bench yet. So it's just a lot of me like managing however I can, right? Oh, so now we just gotta do like prison workouts. How good is it? Make it a little bit lower. Okay. Let's do some curls. Alright. Curls into some shoulder workout. I'm gonna do a little chest press here, see. Not as good. We can try it. This is the way you want to do a chest press exercise. Is you want to squeeze it as hard as you can between your hands. And go out and in. I still want to drop the weight. Not gonna lie, that one's a bit rough. A bit heavy, as it were. Okay, let's see how we're doing here on the group. Still good.
I have to go fast be long because I plays fucking, what do you call it? Cypher? Oh, yeah. I think they do. Yeah, let's go.
Aaron, that's Vici, though, is you? That's your Twitch name?
No fucking bullets.
done. So we're going to do this real quick. And then get back to it and see our rim was full. We are getting there. Alright, let's do another set. For a couple of these, we came up there. So we have 25s, 25s, 45s, 10s. Try for first. That's decidedly heavier, but it's okay. Alright, we're gonna try the shoulder workout. 35 is a little rough, not gonna lie. Works really well for the shoulders, but there's no way I'll be able to do that for the chest press, so we'll downgrade back to the 25 for the chest press. It's a little rough, man. Not gonna lie. I'm honestly just finding excuses not to do another set, so time to stop being lame and do it. The harder you press together, the more chest you get. And then a little tricep extension. Try and hold it straight up. It's rough. It's rough. I could probably do 35s for this busted hammer curl I'm doing as well, but it's okay. We'll let repetition take the place of heavier weight, you know? blades are heavy, man. Let me move my mic back as well. Yeah, that's rough. It's good though, man. It's good. There's one thing we should all be trying to do. It's stay in shape during the quarantine. You know what I mean? Kind of fucked up, huh?
May the light embrace you.
Greetings. Safe travel. Need help? Be careful.
There's no there's no portal to Overmark. Pretty lame.
Are you on another?
Oh, is there not a portal here, dude? What the fuck?
You need something? Light bless you.
Ooh, my arms hurt, man. Ugh. Ah. I keep this up, I'm gonna end up ripped as hell. Nice. So then I got to do some Xmod tonight too, because that's what I got to do. Let's try and see if I can fix this in time. Negative 165, 258. 165, 260. 258. 258. Okay. Alright, we're almost done here. Nice, got rid of him. Yeah, you've been gone for far too long. Ladies, you've been through. $209, $270. All right. Okay. All right, we're good to go. All right.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Yeah, where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
So right here in this little nook. What a mad lad. He bubbled, yeah. My DPS gonna drop pretty good here, but nice. Big time for a fucking free wings. Love that for me. I got 2 Hammer Wraths out, which is like good. It's a good setup. Incineration's not on me. Fuck it, we're gonna go for it. Boom.
Beware.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Battle resing that guy? Yeah, he's pretty sick. I'm redoing the first boss because this is a much better group and I left my last group. Apparently they want to kill these things instead of focusing the ads. I guess we can kill the ads later. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. Uh-oh, I think we wipe here. We got a pump right now. I would, Troy. I think that WoW's in a really... One second. Sorry, the game is so loud. I'll actually turn the sounds off. I think WoW's in a really, really good spot right now. When it comes to endgame content, I think the game itself is better than it's ever been. Unfortunately, the process of gearing up right now is really bad. It's very RNG based, so getting to max like gear level right now is not very fun. But the game itself, like the content and how difficult and interesting these raids are, is very, very good. PvP is always very competitive, and so I think WoW's in a very good spot. And all of the random stuff that has been going on with like the gearing, they have already sworn that they're taking out in Shadowlands, the new expansion, which comes out in like 3 months. So I think it's a very good time to get into WoW. Obviously a very complex game that it's going to take you a while to get good at, but it's really rewarding knowing that you're good at WoW. You know what I mean? It's just very fun when you're doing everything right. So I think it's a good game to get into. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage. I'm just in a bubble here. I don't really know what's going on. We're gonna pop wings. Oh yeah, because we had so many of those things left over. Come on, man. No, so I need to do this. I need to just keep myself alive. So if you, thank you for the follow, Troy. If you subscribe to World of Warcraft, because it is a subscription-based game, then you will get all of the expansions except the one I'm playing right now. So you'll be able to just pay like the $13 the first time.
5, 4,
Do I have bubble up? I do not. Huh.
1.
Beware.
and you'll be able to level all the way up to 110. There's so much going on, man. And you'll be able to level all the way up to 110. But you won't really be able to start like playing the end game stuff until I'm just gonna give lay on hands to this guy. There's really not much else can be done here. We just 6 million. We're gonna wipe, dude, because oh my gosh, we're really gonna wipe. I have to go try and eat one, I guess. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'll try and eat one. Yeah, our DPS is fucking fantastic, but our people didn't know what they were doing. But yeah, so if you just subscribe, and the cool thing is, right, I have 182,000 gold right now, and so once you like get to max level or whatever, you don't actually have to pay for WoW anymore. So I can buy my own monthly subscription with in-game gold. So that part of the game is really cool, in my opinion. So yeah, you're gonna have to. I think it's like either $35 or $40 for the most recent expansion. But I would just say maybe pay the $15 off the front, like the one time. Get a subscription, and then you can play all the way to level 110. And it's kind of like a low, what's the word for it? Low risk way to try the game out. To be like, once you get to 110, you're gonna know whether or not you like World of Warcraft. You know what I mean? That you've leveled enough to know. So I would say that that's a really good way to do it. But I think the animation's really good. I think the game looks fantastic. It's got really deep lore if you're a fan of the Warcraft series, and it has the best combat in all of MMOs, in my opinion. And I'm a big MMO fan, not just a World of Warcraft fan, but I play MMO. I play tons of MMOs. No. So that'll just be like, so I'll just do a who's level 100 in the world, right? All these guys are level 100. So when you're level, oh, you'll be able to do quests all the way to level 110. So you'll be able to do 60 is classic. So that's a different game than what I'm playing. But if you wanted to play classic, then yeah, that would be exactly what you would need. You don't even need to buy the game for classic. You just need to subscribe and you'll get classic for free. But this is the most current World of Warcraft, so it goes up to level 120. But yeah, that's a interesting thing. So classic is its own thing. It released like a year ago, and you can play it on its own. But for this, no, you wouldn't be in a different game. You would just be a lower level than those of us at max level. So you can play with everybody in the game. You just can't do 120 content because you wouldn't be 120 yet. So you can level from 0 to 110, and then if you like the game, you can buy the game. And leveling's going pretty fast right now. Yeah, plus the sub fee, yeah. But once you get to max level, you can spend time in game to farm gold, so you never have to pay the subscription fee again. Yeah, I'll never pay another $15 to subscribe to WoW again because I can farm enough gold to buy my own. But like I said, I would say you would just do the subscription first, which I think is $14, and then get yourself to level 110 without paying any other money. And then once you get to 110, if you're really liking the game, then you can purchase Battle for Azeroth, which is the most recent expansion. That guy is, I don't understand. Why did we kick him? No, you're not being annoying, dude. I will say this, that is a very good question. You'll definitely have to buy the newest version, right? Shadowlands, which comes out in a few months. I do not know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I would say if you're not super, like, if you're not like really wanting to get into an MMO right now, I assume there's gonna be a deal on Battle for Azeroth very soon. That's my guess with no insider information. I think that it's gonna go on sale very soon because of exactly what you're saying. A new expansion is coming out before Q4 2020, which I believe is the fourth fiscal year quarter is October is when it ends, so it'll be out by October, at the latest. And so they're gonna want new people to play. So I think the best way to go if you really wanted to try WoW is to pay the 1 month subscription fee of $14, and then level up. And if you're really if you're really enjoying it, then you can just upgrade. I play on a PvP server, right? Because you're gonna have to do that one-time subscription fee regardless. So you can just pay that up front and then get to experience 1 to 110, which is a big portion. I am a paladin. I really like being a paladin. I'm a Tauren, so I'm Horde. The servers aren't as important as they used to be. There used to be PvP and PvE servers, but you can like opt in to PvP anywhere now, so the server doesn't really matter as much. The only thing that's really important is your faction. Either you go Horde or Alliance, and I've been playing Horde for 15 years. It's just what I enjoy. But Warcraft has really, really deep lore. So if you were interested in starting an MMO, it might even be worth just throwing up a quick YouTube video on like the story so far of World of Warcraft, and you can kind of decide if you like the Horde or the Alliance or what race you really resonate with, I guess. Like for whatever reason, I really like the Tauren. Like I'm a bull. I'm just kind of like a bull person, but I don't know. I just really have always thought that being a Tauren was like the coolest thing I could be. Like not being a human, not being an orc or an undead. I just really like being this bull person. For whatever reason, it really spoke to me. So yeah, WoW has a deep lore and it's really interesting. So you can really like get a character that resonates with you. But I am on the Horde server Tichondrius, which I think is the most populated Horde server right now. But like I said, you're gonna see it's not, I don't know what kind of MMOs you've played. It's not like a Maple Story level grind, right? You're not grinding right now, and right now, up until Shadowlands, everybody gets 100% increased experience. So the grind it's going to be very like a lot shorter to get to max level than it would have been. Most long time WoW players, me included, are leveling all our alts right now because you get 100% increased XP. As like hey everybody, come like level in World of Warcraft. So it's not very long right now. It's actually pretty quick. This is the last raid that came out of the game, so I'm doing like pretty end game content on heroic mode, which is like the second hardest difficulty. So like most things you do when you're leveling are not going to be this intense, but I think the leveling process in WoW is really good. Man, every zone you go to has like a lot of story to it, and you can really get behind your chosen faction. I'm just, yeah, like I said, I'm a big fan of the Horde, a big fan of the blood and thunder mentality, and of being a giant bull. Those are all things I'm in for. All right, let's okay, we're gonna try and fix this. And this yeah, I will also say that I have a lot of add-ons on that make the game look very different. And I'm actually still learning how to like manage this particular add-on, because as you can see, you can move everything around, and this is the first time I'm really using it. So I'm trying to learn how to manage all of this stuff. So it's a bit much for me too. So yeah, you would just make a make your Blizzard account on the Blizzard. Let's just flip this around. Yeah, you just make an account on the Blizzard launcher. Nice. You make an account on the Blizzard launcher, and then you go to the World of Warcraft and choose whatever account that you wanted to do it on. So like, as you can see, I've played a lot of World of Warcraft. I have a lot of accounts. So my Shadowlands account, and then you just click play. That button play will be like download if you haven't played it yet. But yeah, you just log on. And then when you log on, it'll go to your character creation screen. Then you'll have all the races that you can pick, like humans, night elves, blood elves, all the Horde and Alliance races. And you can kind of just read through their, right on the character creation screen, you can read through their like stories. And even that, even without you watching a YouTube video, just reading about like each race and each class will give you a big like, you'll know whether or not you want to be a paladin or whether you want to be a warrior or a rogue. I would have never thought of myself as a paladin player, but like holy damage and like being this like bastion of the light who heals but brings righteous vengeance. I would have never thought that was me, but once I played my first paladin, I was like, oh, okay, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. Paladin are a good class though. They're not super complicated, and they can tank, heal, and DPS, which makes them very versatile. Certainly not the most versatile class in the game, but there's definitely something for everybody in World of Warcraft. That's one of its main selling points. You can be a class that transforms into animals. You can be one that keeps pets, goes invisible and steals stuff, just gets a big old sword and charges into battle. Like, there's so much for everybody. You can be like a necromancer, just so much cool stuff. But for whatever reason, even if I'm not playing a paladin, I really like doing melee DPS, so I like hitting people. And I like wearing heavy armor, so my classes are warrior, death knight, paladin. There is a bit to grind. It's not as grindy as it used to be back when it first came out. It's much more like skill based now, I guess. But there's so much cool stuff to grind if you're just a fan of grinding. Like, there's achievements, and I have a lot of achievement points. But you can get achievements. There's hundreds of mounts to farm that, you know, you can ride to look cool. So there's just so much to do in World of Warcraft. Like, you know, I have hundreds of mounts as well, of just like cool mounts that you can, when you're riding around the world, people can see you and be like, oh, that's cool, that guy farmed, you know, that dungeon or whatever. So I think it's the most complete MMO not only ever made, but still on the market right now. It's complete, and it's not pay to win in any capacity. There's no paying for strength. You cannot pay to be better. And that's a big deal to me, because I hate pay to win games. Go nuts, go. Make this haters. I need you. Oh, we're pulling. Alright, Raytheon. It's a very simple boss fight. I've only done it once, but I'm still not messing it up, you mean? Alright, let's try and see what I do on the DPS meters. Love that, dude. Love the Baku's bag. Yeah. Ah, man. Kinda sucks. He put that Incinerate debuff on me first, which means I have to run out from the group or else everybody takes damage, so sucks for me. It kind of reduces my damage by a lot, but that's okay. We're just gonna keep fighting. So early in this boss fight, we're really trying to yeah, you definitely can farm a lot more gold at higher levels, but people always buy low level crafting materials because it's kind of annoying as a max level person to go into the starter zones to like pick flowers and mine, you know what I mean? So there's money to be made at all levels. So this is a pretty simple boss fight. It is frustrating sometimes when you're getting bad RNG, but I really don't want to use my movement ability. I'd like to just kind of run. So he puts these cataclysms down. We gotta run to the open area. People are gonna die. People are gonna die. I'm gonna lay on hands that guy because I really don't want him to die. I saved this guy with my 10-minute heal cooldown. Had to let him know that I saved his life. Ooh. And there's like little tips and tricks to World of Warcraft, like you never want to be in front of or behind a dragon. Any dragon character in World of Warcraft will always do a frontal like fire breath and will always hit you with his tail. Yeah, if you're just watching it, it's hard to tell, but you can see the pattern in the in where the fireballs come down, and there's like one little spot. So you'll see he turns into like this smoky form, and once he turns into the smoky form, he'll go to an area of the map. So he's going smoky, and then he goes to that side. So that means it's going to be somewhere on this side over here. And then when he drops all the firebombs, you'll see an open area. See how it's open right here, and there's like it's not open anywhere else. So we got to get right over here. Portal. Yeah, just stuff that you learn from playing a lot of World of Warcraft. You know what I mean? I don't want that. That's not me. That's not me. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on in this part of the fight, but I think we're supposed to break all these things. Like I said, this is my first time doing this raid, so like I've done this boss specifically, but I don't really know what's going on. I've just done it a couple times. Yeah, this is like the most recent raid that's come out. And there's 4 difficulties. There is looking for raid, which is the easiest. I don't know how people are dying. There is normal mode. Then there is heroic mode. Then there's mythic mode. I'm doing this on heroic right now. So it is a harder difficulty than this, but it is certainly not easy. Okay. I'm not sure if we can live through this, but let's do a heal first for the boys, and then we're gonna start the damage. I need that guy to leave the group. He's not leaving. He's not leaving. He's not leaving. Oh, we might wipe again, which is really unfortunate because like the last group I was in, nobody was doing damage. Like everybody's DPS was really low, but everybody was doing the fight correctly. This is like the exact opposite. No. So each boss, I'll show you the loot table. Ugh.
Beware.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Beware.
I don't know how people are dying here. Let's look at damage. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, man. The people in this raid are just playing really badly. I'm truly not even paying attention. I don't know. Okay, but each boss in the raid, right? This is another add-on that shows you everybody's loot. You can kind of like click on, well, it's kind of disabled. But so in this raid, we're playing on, say I told you there's the 4 difficulties. We're playing on heroic difficulty, and we're fighting Raytheon, the Black Emperor, the first boss. So he drops all of this stuff, right? So he drops a one-handed sword. He drops another one-handed sword. But this is for like a tank, like a one-handed sword person. This is for, I don't know even what this is for, but he drops some leather pants, a mail, gauntlets, and I wear plate. So there's cloth, leather, mail, and plate. So this guy doesn't really drop much for me. He does drop plate wrist guards, so like I could potentially get those. But my plate wrist guards right now are actually kind of nice. So if he drops those, I'll be like, okay, thank you. I'll take the slight upgrade, but it's not like a big deal. For me, I really want to kill, where's he at? This guy, the 6th boss named Drestagath. He drops a trinket that I really, really need. And then the final boss of the raid drops a two-handed sword that would be very, very nice for me. So those are like the two bosses that I'm really looking forward to. But like we can't get to the final boss without clearing every other boss in the raid, so we got to do all this stuff first. You know, I keep turning off the AC, and it's just painful, bro. It's just pain. It's so hot. I kind of want to like... It used to be that way, where the boss would just drop items, and then whoever is like the raid leader will like give it out to people. But there was a lot of people like stealing items and things like that. So yeah, they had to stop that. So now what it is everybody in the raid has the same like 10% chance for him to drop an item for you. So when the boss dies, everybody loots it, and either you get lucky and you get loot or you don't. So like it's fair, but it's still randomized loot like it's supposed to be. So I don't think I've gotten anything from the raid. Most of my gear is from dungeons, from endgame dungeon grinding. But unfortunately, I just got back into WoW like this last 2 weeks, so my gear is not very good. The fact that I'm doing okay on damage, I'm 5th in the group of damage done, is like, I'm very, very proud of that, because I do not have a lot of gear. These other people all outgear me. It is very annoying for me. It is very, very annoying for me. But you know, it's actually probably less than 10%, and then he also drops a plate belt, so I have a 10% chance, maybe, of getting this. Actually, I could use this polearm too. This would be a nice upgrade. So not only do I have a 10% chance of having a drop, but if something does drop, it'll be one of these 3 things. So it might not even be the trinket. So, you know. But such are MMOs, right? You got to grind them out to get the loot. Which one? The thing? No. These are all bind on pickup. These are like, you can only get them in raid. That's why they're so valuable. Like for your gear. This is the money right here on the side is just what it would if I sold it to like an NPC just to like sell. Like if you get like these white items that are no good, it'll tell you like the sell price. You don't want to sell it to that guy, but like, yeah, if you just wanted to sell it to a vendor, like for this, my sword, I'd get 115 gold, which is not a lot of gold, you know what I mean? But there are a few things you can buy from the auction house, but for the most part, you can't really buy anything good from the auction house. I keep thinking like I want to go back and work out, but I don't. No, so yeah, that's how you would have had to do it a long time ago. But in WoW now, there's a dungeon finder. So once you hit level 10 or level 15, so you'll do quests until level 10 or 15, I forget. But then you can queue up for the dungeon finder, and you can queue up as like a damage dealer or a healer or a tank, and then it'll teleport you to the dungeon. So you don't have to like find it. Yeah, you'll definitely get messed up by yourself. But when you do the dungeon finder, you'll get put in a group of 5 for whatever role you chose, like whether you wanted to do damage or healing, and then, you know, as with all MMOs, you just learn as you go. But it's always nice to be able to break up the, like, even though I like questing in a while, I think it's cool to follow the storylines. But it's nice to break it up with dungeons sometimes, just to like do something new. I'm not sure why we're struggling with this fight. I feel like this is such an easy fight. There's like nothing complicated about this. I mean, it's a good idea. For me, it just gets kind of boring, but you can definitely do that. A lot of people do that, especially if you're a tank. Because the queue times for doing dungeons will be longer if you're doing DPS. But for the tanks get instant queues, so you can just go dungeon to dungeon to dungeon. Sometimes when you're playing DPS, it's good to just like, you know, queue up for a dungeon. It might be like a 5-minute queue, and like during that 5 minutes, whatever, you can like do a quest or two. Man, it is so hot. Through your skin. I could do better than I did that fight, though. I feel like I did not do very well. There's not really a, there's not really like a, you'll see the quests. There'll be exclamation points on your mini-map, but there's not really a, like, overall storyline that you're gonna follow, like from 1 to 110 or 120. But each zone has its own story. So if you're like, yeah, let me, did I mess this up? I did not. Okay. So if you're like where you start, right? You'll start in Azeroth. Let's just say you wanted to play Horde, right? You'll start in Durotar, right? Level 1 right here in the Valley of Trials. And then, you know, you'll do a bunch of quests here to kill some boars and skin them, and then you'll I don't even remember the quest. You'll do stuff, right? You'll kill some boars, you'll grab some cloth, and then they'll be like, oh, thank you for helping us at the Valley of Trials, you know. Down in Senjin Village, they need our help, and then you'll do this, and they'll be like, oh, the humans are invading, so you got to defend. And then this whole zone is its own story, right? But then once you finish this story, the last quest in the zone will be like, oh, you know, thank you for helping us in Durotar, but over here, the Crossroads needs our help. And so you'll go to the next zone, and then it'll have its own story, right? Or Stone Talon Mountains, or any of these zones in the old world will have its own storyline. Are we good? Okay, okay. And then once you get to level 58, you'll go to Outland, which is a whole nother place, which had its own storylines, right? I mean, the WoW's been out for a long time. A long, long time. And then once you get to level, whatever it is, 68, yeah, you'll go to Northrend and you'll do all these storylines or whatever. I mean, you won't get through all of this because you'll level pretty fast, but you can choose any of the zones to level in. And then where do you go after that? I don't actually remember where you go after that. Pandaria, maybe? You can go to Pandaria. And then you go to the Broken Isles. No, then you go to Draenor. I don't know. There will be a lot of quests that tell you where to go, and the game is, dude, it's mad. It's been out for 15 years. Yeah, there's a lot. This is when the game first came out 15 years ago. It's just the Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. This is it, just these two things. Now they added all of this, 2 new like planets. It's a lot. The game's massive. Oh, a transmog device? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna look like this. You can change the look of your armor too, which is really cool. Apply. There you go. I like the look. I like the look. Actually, let's get a sword here. I should do the polearm. So these are all the weapons I've collected over my time playing World of Warcraft. So like getting these cool looking weapons is like a part of the journey too, right? So I can make my character look super cool. It doesn't actually change my gear, it's just changed the look of it. Alright, let's turn sound on, but let's turn the sound down a little bit. Give this healer. Ouch. Had to sneeze. That hurt. Let's give that guy a blessing of wisdom. Give myself blessing of kings.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, let's try and do this better this time, huh? Sometimes having the sound on, it's a little too loud still, but sometimes having the sound on helps me like get into the mood of like what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, number 3 in DPS right now. I'm doing okay.
Beware.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Shoo, I'm gonna miss it. Alright, get back into it.
Beware.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Okay, let's try and break all these things. Pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, so our teams, we're actually focusing now. Everyone's doing their job now. It's crazy. Look at that. Killed all the things, so there's no damage over time going to be hitting us for the rest of the raid. Like, all it takes is a little bit of focus to do raids, man. This kind of stuff is not very hard, but people never want to focus. Incineration. So you just look at what you got. I got incineration on me. It's time to move away from the team. You know what I mean? It's not too hard. Not too hard. Just pay attention to what's going on, and you'll be a good raider. I guarantee it. Another incineration coming up. Not on me, so I can keep DPSing. Alright, time to go. I do a bubble if I need it. Oh man. He does have a lot of health. That was stupid of me. That was my fault. I shouldn't have taken a hit there. It was like a not game-ending mistake, but it's just, you know, always strive to be better. Nice, nice, nice. Getting my rotation down pretty good here. That. Uh-oh, I don't have anything up, and I gotta run a very long way. Can I stay here? I'm gonna stay here. I'll bubble if I need to. Alright, don't get hit by this time. No, 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 no. Fuck. You know, I apologize for the profanity, but we're very close to just getting it done. Now we have to... The longer we go into these phases, the more opportunity people have to make mistakes. I'm gonna... No, I need to do AoE damage. I don't know why my teammates are not helping me kill all these things. It's okay. We should be able to finish him either way. Shouldn't make much of a difference, but people got sloppy again. Yeah. Alright, so I didn't get anything. Oh, has a socket too. Shrikano. Does he need those? Haste verse. Okay. So you can trade things and then and I guess it's not all. So there's bonus rolls, and you can get 2 bonus rolls a week. So I could do another chance to get loot on this boss. But this boss is like...
Champions, that vision was as much for me as it was for you. N'Zoth wants us to
But like I said before, that boss doesn't really have anything particularly good for me. So I'm not going to use my roll. If we make it down to this boss where I need the trinket badly, this guy Drestigath, then I will definitely use my bonus roll on that fight. Okay, so I was number 4 on DPS for that fight, right? Out of there's how many people in the radar now? There's like 22. How many DPS do we have? We have 14 damage dealers, and I was number 4 on the list. So, I did okay. You know, I'm not embarrassed about that. My class is also not particularly good at PV. The paladin as a damage dealer just isn't very good right now, to be honest. But we got the first boss down. That's good. Hopefully now we'll hit our stride or whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, my level of, well, I don't have the same level of gear. I'm still very good at the game. I've always been good at WoW. So trinkets are like I can't exactly call them a flavor item, but they're something that like doesn't they're a little just off of what you usually do. So trinkets are just these slots down here, and they usually just do things to buff your damage. Like this one is like every minute and 30 seconds I can use it, and it'll increase my strength by a certain amount. And so like for my class, my whole thing is, if you're, when you're watching, if you see wings pop out of my back, that's like when my class does damage. Other than when my pop wings, my class is not very good. But when I do pop wings, I actually do a lot of damage. So I use this trinket at the same time when I pop my wings, which is called Avenging Wrath. So like it just helps your class. And then this one, just sometimes when I attack, I get bonus critical strike chance. The trinket that I'm going for, I can use it and it makes spikes come out of the ground that does damage to people around me. So it's really, really good. It's really good. Really, really good. So these wings that pop out of my back right now, that means like now to me it's damage time. So I used my trinket at the same time to increase my damage during like when my class does a lot of damage. So I'm just like making damage on damage, you know? So yeah, my class is not very good, but you can see on the damage meters on the bottom right, whenever I pop my wings, I'm able to compete damage-wise with some of these better classes. But then I fall down again, because once my wings fall off, as they're falling off now, my damage is like, it just drops off a cliff, man. I actually can't see that guy's mana bar, so I don't even know. Hello, hit this guy, please stop hitting the other guy. Dude, you're telling me, man. So like, I love this game and I love playing like dungeons and raids and stuff. Okay, well. But my main thing is that I really like playing PvP. So PvP is my favorite part of the game, and that trinket is just really, really good for PvP because you get to determine when you're gonna try and do like your big burst damage. A lot of times in this game, it's kind of not just random, but more like you don't have as much control over like when you're gonna do a bunch of damage. And let's see, I have 427,000 health right now, and that trinket does 119,000 damage, 120,000 damage. So like a quarter of somebody's health pool. You know what I mean? On demand. Which is like just, yeah, I want that. I want that badly. What did I die to? I just didn't get healed. So like the big thing for this fight, this next boss fight, and these guys is that when you see that super long cast for them called Obsidian something or whatever, you actually reflect damage back onto yourself, but you need to kill them before their cast ends or everybody dies. So it's like this like tough thing where you yeah, it is. It reflects 100% of the damage you do back to you. So it's like really, really important for your healers to do well. I just didn't get healed there. I also hit myself for 130,000 damage. So like maybe the healers just weren't ready for me to pop myself that hard. But yeah, it can be a tough fight if your healers aren't on top of their game. So yeah, but as a damage dealer, I have to keep going as hard as I can. You know what I mean? And I have to trust in my healers, because if we don't bust it down fast enough, then everybody dies. And yeah, that'd be bad. So you just gotta put some faith in your healers and keep pumping, as it were. Interrupt that Shadow Bolt. I don't even know what that does, and I'm gonna interrupt it. I can't interrupt that. I'm gonna interrupt on cooldown. So like in these situations, my class is also very good at like AoE damage. So like you can see I'm #1 on the meters right now, just because when there's a lot of enemies like this, my class shines. A lot of classes in this game have target caps, I guess. It'll say like hit the closest 3 enemies or hit the closest 4 enemies. I do not have a target cap. So if there's like 20 people around me, I can hit all 20 of them. Though, so you see on the left side, all of this, these are all the people in my raid, right? And even if you're using the default Blizzard UI, it has the same sort of thing. It just looks different. And you could, I'm sure I could customize my thing over here on the left to be much more detailed. But this is everybody's health. So it's full right now, and you'll see people, the bars start to drop a little bit. So as a healer, I have, instead of like all these damage abilities, usually like if I'm holy specialization, I'll have a bunch of healing abilities. And so I look at this, like, oh, Peekaboo, he's taking damage, right? So I heal him, and it's like, okay, no, this guy's taking damage. And I'll click on everybody over here in this panel. Oh, my webcam's blocking a lot of the panel. But over here, you can see a couple of people's health bars up here. I have all 20 people right here under my webcam that you can see everybody's health of my whole raid. So yeah, you just pay attention to that really, really, really closely, and that's how you heal. So you click on the person who's taking damage, and then you heal them up. Oh yeah, I'm doing so much damage right now. I'm doing so much damage right now. You know, when you're a Ret Paladin and it's like this, dude, it just feels good. You just keep hitting everything. But yeah, healing is hard. My brother is one of the best healers that I've ever played with, and he always laughs at me, or like makes fun of me, because in raids like this, he's like sitting there super focused on his game, like, okay, oh, this guy's hurt, and I'm over here like vibing, I'm talking to my chat, you know what I mean, just having a good old time. Because DPS, as long as you know how to do fight mechanics, like don't stand in fire and move when it tells you to move, everything else is just, you don't even have to be there, man. For Ret Paladin, actually, okay, you can't see the damage on the left. I had to make sure that you could see him. Every class has their own way of playing, I guess. But for me, it's just a priority thing. So like my #2 is my highest priority. Whenever I can press 2, I press 2. Actually, shift 2 is higher priority. So shift 2 is my highest priority. Anytime a shift 2 is off cooldown, you press it. If I can press 2, if I have the resources to press 2, I press 2. If I can't press either of those 2, then I press 1, 3, or shift 1. And so these 5 buttons right here are pretty much my entire rotation. And then this mouse 4. If I can mouse 4, then I mouse 4. So like me, it's very easy, right? I just press shift, well, I don't press shift 2 because it's on a 45-second cooldown, but I just press 2, 3, 1, shift 1, mouse 4. 2, 3, 1, shift 1, mouse 4. And I can just keep pressing that over and over again. So DPS isn't particularly hard. I just have to focus on movement. But healing, making sure that everybody's health bar is full, and it's tough. It's tough to do. And tanking can be tough too. But damage dealing, oh, perfect. I don't have to focus that much. And maybe I'm understating, and I'm sure a lot of people struggle with DPS, but I personally find doing damage very, very easy. I don't mean to like talk mess about people who struggle to DPS, but to me, it's very easy to DPS properly. You know, let's see what we got here. Let's see how we feel. Let's get some World of Warcraft ambiance. Let's get the music. Let's get the sound. Turn it down a little bit because it was a little loud for that last fight. Just the sound of like swords hitting and stuff. But yeah, here let me throw the game capture up. So as you can see, will it work? Yeah, you can see all their health bars under my webcam. Yeah, so the big thing about this boss is that he does that same thing the other guys were doing, that he will start casting that like 30-second cast. If he gets it off, everybody dies. But we do damage to ourselves while we're fighting him. He also does another raid. Yeah. He does another ability that'll kill everybody in the raid, and you gotta like stand inside these black pools on the ground that you'll see. Yeah, it's a lot of people. Healing is difficult. So I'm gonna be fighting. If he puts the black pool stuff on me, I move off away from the group. If he doesn't, I keep fighting. Standing, it's very simple. To me, PvE is very, very simple. Because if you're present with the raid and you're paying attention, it's very easy. I don't know, this 130 million seems like a lot to me. I guess it goes higher. If we were on Mythic difficulty, I'm sure it'd be even higher. We seem to be ready to go. I got my buffs up. But because this fight is... it's tough. It's tough. Because you have to... there's a situation where you need to do a ton of damage really quickly, but if you do too much damage, you'll kill yourself. So this is actually a DPS fight. This is for DPS to manage their own self-damage and for healers to try and keep us up. So I just need to manage how much damage I'm doing to him because that's how much damage I'm doing to myself. This should be an easy one though. I feel like we have good damage in this group. It's just people who are not doing fight mechanics. I feel like that is an easy fix. Easy fix. What's going on here? Oh no. So I just lost WoW sound. Okay, that was really weird. Is my thing working still? Okay, everything's working still. Yeah, all my sound just cut off. That was really weird. That was weird. Okay. These guys are all using toys. The rainbow toy. I actually don't know what that's called. Rainbow generator. Do I have that toy? Rainbow. Rainbow. I do not have the rainbow generator. I have a lot of toys, but that is not one of them. Alright, let's use a toy that we can... Here, this Sylvanas music box. This is a kind of a flex. This is from earning a legendary weapon, so I'm gonna do it. You get these two girls back here who sing. Oh, he pulled, he pulled. Okay, now we're just on to pressing buttons. Okay, don't stand in that. That's right, I gotta stay away from those. Keep fighting. Don't get hit by that. Those two got hit by it. Not sure how that happens. Get out of the way. Got out of the way. Nice. All right, this is what I'm talking about now. Now all of my damage, you can see my health going up and down, up and down. He cleansed it really early. All right, I'm popping cooldowns. Now it's time for the healers to keep me alive. I am dying. Okay, but I have to keep doing damage, you know. I can't see his mana bar, so I actually don't know how close we are, so I could slow down, but I need to adjust my add-on. I can't see. I have no clue how close we are. Please heal me. I'm gonna heal myself. Ow, 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 ow. I have no clue how close we are. We got it, we got it, we got it, okay. Very, very close, very, very close. If somebody dies, if a DPS dies on this next part, like this phase 1 area, then we lose. We can't lose a DPS. Drop it there. Yeah, we're gonna wipe. That sucks. Because people can't do simple stuff. I'm beating myself up right now. But I have to go a lot harder this time because we lost a couple more DPS, so I have to try really hard to hold my end of the bargain up. This is a time where I just have to trust my healers to keep me up, or we're not going to do it. I'm not even going to look at my health anymore. I think we're very close. We got it, we got it. Oh. Okay, okay. Still doable, still doable. Okay, we're gonna... I have wings up in 25. That's gonna be when wings comes back up, that's gonna be when I try and make my play for like doing as much damage as I can. 13 seconds. Five seconds. One, and now we're popping it. Wings. No, try not to pop it. That's a bad time to pop wings right before he did his ability. That's dumb. Not well played by me. Again on me? He needs to get under 20%, or I'm 100% sure we wipe here. I think we wipe here. Well, actually, if warriors can do it under 35%, their little execute, then maybe we live, but doesn't look good here. Put my bubble up. I'm not getting very lucky. Hopefully other people are getting very lucky with their skills. I'm not getting any, like, procs on my RNG stuff. Okay. I'm beating myself up pretty good here. I trust, though. I trust in the team. 10 seconds. We got him. Wow. Like... People are coming up big when we need them to. That was unexpected. No, 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 no. Don't get hit by this, Rigel. Come on. There we go. I was going to be very upset at myself if I get hit by something that simple. One, 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 and then full hit. Boom. Okay, good. We're back into it. You have so many dead, though. What just happened? I have no clue what just happened. It is not, brother. What's up, Jason? I don't get why these people are so bad. Yeah, this guy's actually this other rep paladin in the group has been putting on. So I didn't know. Now I know. What's up though, Jason? How you doing, man? But I was third on damage. You see that? You see me out there? I have one of the lowest eye levels in the group. Our number 1 and 2 DPS are both telling me that I'm playing really well, so that feels good. That guy said that's really good DPS for 455 eye level, and I was like, you know what, dude? MF, thank you. MF, thank you for that. Not okay. Yeah, I'm doing the heroic version of the new raid, Jason. So a little difficult. I don't have a flask on. All right, pop in the wings, boys. We out here. Boom. Let's get our DPS rolling. Okay, these guys are just not gonna get away from the boss. Love that for me. I'm getting kind of lucky with these procs. I gotta get away from that. Nice. Gotta get in the pool or else I die. 1 second. I'm not gonna risk it. And we lost 2. Dodge that. Let's get in here. Alright, so now all the damage we do reflects to ourselves again. So we gotta be careful. Well, I have to be careful. I don't want to kill myself. Wings in 4. I still pop it. I still have to pop wings. Oh, I got a free wings. Nice. Oh! Okay, healers, please. Save me. Alright, I'm popping wings. Keep me alive, boys. Ah! Okay, I gotta heal myself. Healing myself up. Oh, man, I'm beating my own ass, bro. Nice, we got it with a lot of time to spare. That's good. I'm doing really well this fight. I don't know if I can keep it up, but nice. Free wings. Boom. 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 Make sure I get that up while there's wings still. Get a little free DPS, you know what I'm saying? A little AoE, even though it means no, makes no difference. A little bit. It's not worth trying to get that 1 extra attack out. Just stand in the pool. I know you lose a little bit of DPS by not playing it to the very last second, but it's just not worth it, man. Just be safe. You do more damage, I promise. Gonna get away from all these guys who aren't moving. That guy's over there. Okay, whatever. Got a lot of pools, really close. Don't like that. I'm gonna heal the raid real quick. Alright, I'm gonna go through. I gotta get away from that. Nice. 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 This is gonna hurt. I'm gonna put my own shield on myself. Oh. Heal myself once. Be careful. I gotta chill. I'm gonna heal myself once. Okay, I got the bonus heals now. I cannot cleanse that, so I gotta move out of it. Okay, big heals, good shit. I'm gonna bust myself up. Busting myself up. Let's go, dude. These heals are on point right now. Can't see his mana pools. I don't even know what he's at right now. Okay. I tried to re-roll for a weapon and I got fucked. Feels bad. What kind of gear does this guy even have, bro? I don't understand. Okay, there's ring enchants. I did not know that. Jeez, yeah, he just got crazy gear. I'm gonna go drink. show you the goods right here. Hold up.
Howling bits. Lock in an air now version. That's it.
What are you guys playing right now? So what are you guys playing right now?
We did an ARAM because there was a new event with Volibear, but it's a chance to see him and we didn't see him, so we just played an ARAM.
Yikes, dude. So like you just played an ARAM for no reason. Nah, I mean my fault. I take it back, bro. I don't want you to be too upset about your life. The ARAM, bro. I hate that. Like what's it supposed to even be?
Yeah, I think it's just a random, like, you'll get it. The storm thing will pop up.
So you guys gonna run it back?
You ain't got it, it's okay.
If you guys want to.
That's kind of painful. Like I'm down, it was just a little painful.
That's the thing is, if we get a max lobby, as soon as we don't see him, we just AFK and we let him in.
Somebody should just log on my account and level it up with these.
You're killing me, bro.
Someone else can do that. I gotta still get you.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or you can log into the ARAM and just be there, and then if it's there, you play.
There you go.
4,
I'm literally raiding, bro. I can't.
1.
just pull a Jason. Do two games at once.
If I recall, you guys were very upset at him when he did that.
Yeah, but we're now.
This is an ARAM game. We good for a ranked game.
Oh, by the way, in 10 minutes I gotta go.
He really did.
And we were in loading screen. We said in 10 minutes I gotta go.
In fairness to Jason, I will say the last person who typed in my chat was Jew Therapy. So there's a chance Jason's hearing this. Just putting that out there.
Well, Jason already knows, bro.
That shit was so fucking funny, bro. Oh, I was dying, man. I couldn't say anything because like everybody was so upset, but I was just dying in there, man.
Dude, after that, Nate got so mad. I felt it in his chest.
Yeah, Nate was mad, man.
All right, so we're gonna run it back for
What
this.
happened with Nate?
All
Oh.
right, we're running the back one more.
Nate didn't even say goodnight. He just left.
Okay, we'll do one more ARAM and we'll go back to Valorant.
Hop on.
I'm ready. Oh yeah, it didn't invite me. If it says I'm on Valorant, it invite me.
Oh, he knows it. Calm down. I can't invite you. Go.
Ezra invited me last time. I think it's bug. Cause it says you're on Valorant.
You want to do them? Like, whatever lobby.
Ezra, invite me again?
All right, can I see myself there? What am I seeing here? All right, whatever. Let's back up a bit. What are we gonna do here? I hate having to wear the gloves because I just have this fucking dirty ass concrete, you know what I mean? It hurts the hand. I will stick to chest.
Okay. Bro, talking to girls on Tinder is the most boring shit of all time.
Hey, get on. You talk to them?
So Valorant?
Valorant?
I saw him on YouTube, bro. This is good enough for me.
You want to dip?
Motherfucker, nope. Do I care about League? Nope.
I'm not right now.
Yeah, because I like to play games with my friends.
Yeah, but when you play games with your friends, don't you want to dip?
No, because it's a game that I don't care about.
Oh, look, this fucking game is starting now. He's coming. He's coming. There's an open spot.
Where the fuck is Aaron? Or Nate?
Hey, where you at?
Why Aaron mute?
He's deafened. He's on the
Why
phone,
did-
bro.
Are you? Let me say, are you on the phone?
Not the phone. Nathan! No.
His mic just made. Oh wait, it only talks to me. On the.
I don't know if it's just for me though, but maybe Mike has an
All right.
What could he possibly be doing? Let's see. Find my friends.
Eating dinner or Haina?
OG boys. Joanne is at her house. Nathan is at his house.
Nathan.
Nathan.
Nathan. Nene.
Okay. We're on pools now. We deafen. Whew. I don't know what's going on anymore. In the air, I don't care who was there and who saw you, just saw you. clothes trying to skip shit. Yeah, it kind of is. I'm not willing to just sit here and deal with these guys, like, trying to learn how to play. Damn, these guys are just not, they don't have anything set up. The sunburn I got is like ruining me. Let's see how much money we made. A lot of pages of stuff. 181,000. Ooh. Very close to 200,000. I don't know what set that is, but it's fucking sick. Alright, anywho. Let's see what's going on here.